Hello Minecrafters, Arctic Shark Games here coming at you with another Bedrock tutorial for cross-dimension teleportation using an NPC. So first off, what you're going to want to do is choose two locations, one in each dimension, for me being the overworld and the nether, and we're going to go ahead and make those two areas a ticking area. So real quick, here's the command to add a circle ticking area. If you're not doing anything else though, I would suggest making it a radius of only 1 there at the end of the command. So after you have yourself a ticking area, what you're going to want to do is go ahead and choose two names for your NPCs. I did Overworld and Nether to keep things simple for us. And you're going to get yourself a NPC spawn egg. If you're not familiar with NPCs or how to get a spawn egg, you're going to want to go ahead and check out my other video called NPC Basics. So once you have your NPC spawn egg, you're going to head over to an anvil and you're going to actually name the spawn egg whatever you plan to name your NPC. So we're going to name this one Overworld. And then as long as you have it typed exactly correct, you go ahead and place your NPC down and you have one called Overworld. We don't need two, so sorry about that, NPC. So once you have yourself a NPC named in the Overworld, as well as you're going to go ahead and name one in the Nether in your ticking area, you're going to go ahead and grab two different types of items, or it could be the same one if you wanted to, but for the purposes of this, to make it easy, we did two different types. And you're going to name your first item something similar to the NPC, so I named mine Overworld. And then you're going to name the second one, the same thing for the other dimension. I named mine Nether. So once you have your NPCs named, your items named, and you're in a ticking area, you're going to go ahead and start setting up some commands for them. So what this first command does here is it's a repeat unconditional always active, and this command here is going to actually execute this command at an item type that we just created. So this one's going to execute at entity type equals item, comma, name equals nether. And then you're going to put 3 tilde tilde tildes, then you go forward slash teleport at p or equals 2. So what that's doing there is it's teleporting a player within 2 blocks of the actual item that's thrown on the ground. And then you're going to teleport that player to an entity, type equals NPC, comma, name equals nether. So that's going to teleport the person who throws down the nether item to the nether NPC. Then you're going to run a chain block right off of the repeating block, chain conditional always active, and you're going to forward slash kill at entity type equals item, name equals nether, and so that's going to actually kill the item that's thrown on the ground after it's done. And then this second set of commands is exactly the same as the first. You're just going to change a few things on them to go ahead and make sure that it works for the second NPC. So you're going to change the name of this to Overworld on the item name as well as the NPC name, and then in here you're going to do the same thing and change the item name to Overworld. So real quick, just because it's raining, we're going to clear the weather. So that right there is how the system works basically. So let's demonstrate real quick. We're here in the overworld, but we'd like to get to the nether real fast. We're going to throw down this nether magma cream that I named, and bam, we land here inside of the NPC who's located in a ticking area and named nether, and then as I left the item was destroyed. So then if I want to get back after my journey here, because I'm pretty scared of that guy over there, I'm going to throw down the Overworld book, and I'm back here at the Overworld NPC. So this system works great, but one thing that you can run into is if I have a stack of like 8 of these Overworld books with me, and then I die, it's going to be pretty tough to retrieve my items, because if you walk into this Overworld book, it's going to instantly teleport you back to the NPC. So one thing that you're going to want to do is add a secondary command on a repeat unconditional always active, and what this is going to do is every 60 ticks, you can see I have a delay of 60 ticks down here, it's going to kill an entity type equals item, name equals nether. So if somebody dies with these nether creams, whatever you want to call these things here, with them, then it'll destroy them. And if somebody dies with the Overworld one, this command, exactly the same as the first one, just name equals Overworld, will kill those books so that you don't run into an issue with floating books all over the world that are impossible to retrieve. Now this system works great with items thrown down, but you might also want to use it with teleportation buttons, so you can do that as well, as long as you set the system up exactly as we did with a named NPC in a ticking area, and then you can go ahead and do something like this here. You go / teleport TP at P in a radius of 5 at entity type equals NPC, name equals Nether. So that's going to teleport us over to the NPC I put in the Nether. And then this is the exact same thing, just says overworld. And that would teleport us to the NPC in the overworld. So just to demonstrate that real quick, we'll press this. And we're back in the Nether. And then I conveniently have one here. Press that. And we're back in the overworld. Well, thank you guys very much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe here, Arctic Shark Games, on YouTube as well as on Twitch. And be on the lookout for more Minecraft Bedrock command videos.